besties. I know it's been a while and I'm going to really explain everything that's been happening with my work and this new transition that I'm currently going through with moving and everything towards the end of the video. So just don't worry if you're like, oh my god, when is this girl gonna get to the actual point? I just wanted to show you guys some snippets of how my life has been like and what I've been up to. So I hope you enjoy that.
I guess you're still on the pad. Let's move it up. Welcome back. So I just wanted to kind of come on here and talk to you guys. I feel like I haven't talked in this entire video. It's been a while since I've been talking to the camera and to post on YouTube at all, to be honest. I really wanted to continue with the summer, the summer studio diaries, but it just got a bit too much because I have some major life changes, obviously, as titled by the video, and as you can tell, I moved to London. I'm currently doing my postgraduate degree. I'm doing my master's in illustration, and it's insane to say because I've been kind of working towards this for a very long time, and it's finally here. And I've only been here for what, like a few weeks, but I feel like I'm still taking it all in, and I'm really overwhelmed, as you can probably tell from my voice and just my general vibe. But I know I should probably talk more. I feel so dazed right now. I just came back from like a 3-hour class. Obviously the shop is still gonna be open, so I'm still gonna be making products for the shop. My bestie Faye is my little studio assistant slash helper slash best person alive, because she's like helping keeping this alive for me, because one of the reasons why I was really scared was I didn't want to kind of mess up with the momentum that I've been having for the last 2.5 years, I don't know. Again, I'm still I feel like I'm obviously I'm young, I'm only 23, so I'm still kind of figuring out what my thing is, what my position is as an artist, as an illustrator. Where do I want to go with these things? What are the themes I want to tackle? I feel like I still have a pretty clear direction and idea of what I want to do, but now it's becoming a bit more hazy. And I feel like one of the reasons why I wanted to do my master's was I needed a little bit of direction. But again, it's pretty normal to be 23, 24, and I'm turning 24 in a few months actually, which is insane. 24 feels so much more grown up than 23 does. 23 kind of still feels like, oh, she's a 23-year-old, whatever. But 24 is kind of like 24. People have kids, people get married at 24 and 25 is the age that everyone is like, yeah, I want to get married when I'm 24, 25, which is insane because that's pretty young. When you think about it in the grand scheme of things. No shame, obviously, if you are married at 24, 25, that's none of my business what anybody decides to do with their life. But yeah, so I don't really know what to say. What do you say? I've been working again towards this my whole life, and something that I wanted to mention, the most important thing, was that I wouldn't really have been able to do this if it wasn't for you guys. Obviously, like especially over the last few years, I've seen my art account grow, my YouTube subscribers. I know I do not have many, bitch, I know I have 500, please, but still, it's this kind of constant support that I know that there are people who like my work, who want to see more of me, or who want to see more of my art. Like that is why I was able to do this, because I had a portfolio to show, I had things to show, because I was making things to begin with, and I had such an incredible, you know, response from so many of you. And like, really none of this would have been able to happen if it wasn't for you. And like the support I get on my shop, which is like, I will be grateful for the rest of my life. It's really weird, you know, not living with family, because it's quiet. It's really quiet. Yeah, I've been feeling really disoriented ever since I got here. I think I'm just still trying to wrap my head around it. It's been something that I've wanted for such a long time, but it's actually really overwhelming being in such a foreign, like not a foreign city. I've been to London multiple times, but it's just like, I really sometimes forget how small Kuwait is to begin with. Like, Kuwait is so small, and it feels so comfortable that it feels, I feel like I thought I would be so much more like bubbly and excited and like fearless, but in reality I'm like still taking it all in. And what was really nice is that majority, like literally 98% of my class is like international students, and it's really nice that when we were today, everyone was talking, we had done like a project on psychogeography, and it was really interesting because everyone was talking about how they had felt very disoriented. A lot of people felt really lonely, a lot of people felt isolated, and I was just like, wow, okay, this is really reassuring. I'm not weird. Everyone feels this way, you know? Because, you know, a lot of the times we see like people's finished, you know, people's finished ideas, but I'm still like in the middle of it, which I kind of love. This is like, it's, the feeling is weird. I don't think I've ever felt like this before. I've never felt very disoriented or out of place. Like, obviously, I never really left Kuwait to begin with. Like, I've traveled and stuff, and like gone on vacation like everybody else, but I've never lived abroad to begin with, which is nice. It's a nice vibe, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pretty chill. But it's not as romanticized, I think, as a lot of people made it out to seem. I think because a lot of people leave when they're like 18, you know, in Kuwait, but like to do a scholarship or to study abroad. But because I stayed, I feel like I found a lot of things that I genuinely loved about it, and like I have things that I genuinely loved. And I feel like because it was such a small pond, that I was able to kind of really make proper like growth as an artist, because people like received me a lot better because it was so small and there weren't as much competition, you know. I'm just really grateful. Sometimes you just have to leave a place to realize how much you really like it. I remember before, when I was in KU, I was Kuwait University, I was very critical of everything, but now I'm just like, oh, okay, like this is great, but that was also really nice as well, you know. Like, I still want to like in the future one day, like my dream is to do like a lot of residencies and like kind of live a little bit all over the place, like maybe a little bit in Norway, maybe a little bit in, I don't know, China, who knows. There are a lot of residencies in the GCC which I really want to explore, like living in Abu Dhabi or Saudi or Bahrain or Oman, you know, like stuff like that I really want to try. And the recognition that though that is also an experience that I'm excited about, but also there was nothing wrong with where I came from to begin with. And I think because it's such a small country, it can be easy to find faults in it, but I don't know. I didn't know I liked Kuwait as much as I did. Who knew? Yeah. Anyway, I know I'm really low energy and I probably should have filmed this video before I went to class, but tee-hee bitches, tee-hee. and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you hopefully next week. I'll see you next week.